Hello and welcome to DIY. Hello and welcome to DIY Roll, where there's only one rule: you drink what you roll, if you can say it. So, here we are, and oh, gotta hit the old button for the live chat to make sure it actually is live. And thumbs up, because we got a thumbs up for all two of us that are watching. Uh, so we are down to just these very few. So this was, if nothing else, this was a good way to get through the DIY kits that had been sitting around and wondering what they should do with themselves. So we figured something out. Sadly, we're about less than 2 months, and it'll be over. Short-lived series, and unlike Western TV, when the series is over, the series is over. So we'll have to come up with something else to go this time. I don't know. Have some ideas. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But doesn't look like anybody at all but me is watching now. So oh well, allergies. Question: is the audio on? I'm pretty sure it is, but I forgot to bring the mouse over here, so I can't check. But I pushed the start mic button, so I guess we better check. Because everything is going fine. So I will just switch over to OBS and see. Yes, the mic is on. Switch back over to there. Okay. And we roll. Why were you here for, like, to see it start and then left? I don't know. Anyway, we roll. Four shots. And we are back to the pink stuff again, because I actually kind of like this stuff. Of the selection, I think there's only 4 or 5 different kinds in the liquor store here. So, the one close to me anyway. One of the other ones was even less. It's a very small section for some reason. Anyway, 4 shots. Right now I'm wishing I had some vodka mud shake left as a chaser of sorts. Come by. Seems like it's different times. This one, a little bit more nail polish remover than the last bottle. I don't know. It's odd. It seems to fluctuate. Maybe it's just me. Could be, because I've had some sweet stuff recently, so that might be affecting it. Yeah, in case you're just joining. Da, 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 da. It's that many shots that I rolled. Waiting for it to come up on the screen there. There's such a lag. Yeah, it's not as tasty today. Not as tasty as it was last time, for some reason. That is 4. I'm watching the delay me, who should be pushing the button. Ooh, and smacking the microphone with the bottle. That's always a good, an effective use of your time. Why is that? Has something gone kerblooey? This one, I said that. Yeah, something may have gone Wonkenstein. I don't know. There we go. Maybe it's just I didn't have a rotten day today, so it's not as necessary. Or it could be the allergies messing up the whole tasting thing, because that's a thing, unfortunately. So, reach into the box. Schwobbly schwobble. It is this one. Dip the stuff in the goo. It is this one right here. 2020 September. Wow. This one is still literally in date for one more day. Or until the end of the... I don't know how you judge that thing. Okay, so out it comes. And we've got instructions that I don't need, really. Oh, I guess I do. There's the candy wedges. There's the sticks to shove up their butts. There's the clear gel. There is actually stuff in there. You can't really see. It looks like it's empty. I thought it was empty as well. And the powder. Now, what am I supposed to do? Okay. Put the powder in one. Put the goo in another. Shove the things in their butts. Dip it in the gel. Dip it in the powder. Do it yourself. Okay. Do we have a pre-stressed location? Yes, we do. Up here. It's high fructose corn syrup or something like. Basically just liquid inverse sugar. Okay. Let's make a good shot here. Yeah, it really looks like that, like corn syrup or basically, yeah, liquid sugar, right? Nope, it's decidedly fruity. And the powder. Let's break up those rocks. There, we want it all powdery powder, not rockety powder. It's like smoke coming out of it. It's very fine powder, obviously. I'm kind of enjoying that. Poof! 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 Bored much? Anyway, so yes, there are big things around the corner. I think probably tomorrow I will take steps towards that, and I don't know if you'll see the intermittent stages or you'll just see the finished product. But it could mean possibly opening up an Etsy store too. So that would be kind of cool. And we'll stick these, shove these in the cubes. Two blue and two pink. So, what are our guesses? We already know because I tasted that's kind of fruity. I think this is like the Ramune powder or something. Maybe. I don't know. So I'm definitely seeing from the number of people watching, hi one person, that we should definitely post ahead of time. But I sort of was a little behind on things, so I didn't get a chance to post that it was going live. Okay, I'm swirling around in the goo. Sort of looks like it is. Ooh, that's very artistically well done. How it's droopling. And then coat it with the white stuff. Okay. Tap off the excess. Show the camera. Kind of looks like it's all icy frosty. Ramune, probably? Ramune flavor? It would be nice if it was like a menthol. I can't smell anything. My nose is stuffed up from allergies. Oh, a little bit of tartness there. Again, generic fruit. Wait. I'm getting mint. I'm getting menthol cooling sensation coming through. Now it's getting sweeter. With a real chemical bitterness to it. Yeah. This one tastes like chemicals. Hey, live chat, are you actually live chat or are you dead chat? Live, really? Live. Nope, nobody's saying anything. Okay. Oh, there's three more. So that was, it's got a very chemical aftertaste. It's not, it is probably the most unpleasant one that I've had in this series so far. So we'll try the pink. Maybe the pink will be better because it looks kind of like, actually it's almost the exact same shade as the bottle. Because you care. No, it's a crane. For a second I thought it was like the Bacardi symbol or something on top of there, and that would be like odd from a Japanese sake company, but no, it's a crane. Which is very similar to the, is that ANA? Japan's airline that has the crane symbol, sort of. I think it's different but similar. If you could see that. And we coat your goo in the white powder. I should try the white powder on its own, shouldn't I? To find out which one of the flavors it is contributing. Tap, tap, tap. Poof. No, it's not poofy. Anyway, there you go. That one. Nicely frosted looking. Ugh. And this is in date. Ugh. Not very pleasant, that one. No, no, no. Again, a real harsh chemical aftertaste. I'm going to try this stuff. I'm going to try it on its own. That's the cooling. Because when I touch my finger in it, the powder feels cool. And yeah, on my tongue it feels cool too. Nope, that's not where the chemical aftertaste is coming from. Is it the goo? I don't think so. Nope, it must be the cubes themselves. So the cube is the weakest part of this. You are the weakest link. Dated reference, right? That show's not on anymore over in Britain either. I don't know. Anyway, so last show we hit our peak, which was 5 concurrent views. 5, a whole 5 people were watching me babble on about having surgery. So more of the powder, more of that cooling agent. Hey, don't poof it all over. It's very chewy. And that's where the chemical taste is coming from. It's like a saltwater taffy kind of consistency. But it's got a sugar grit crunch to it. A very granular. Or lar, if you want to be totally pedantic about it. Oh, well, there's one left, and there's not much left to do, which is weird. Short episode, I guess. Do we have a story about something or other? Don't think so. Went to African Lion Safari a couple days ago. Hadn't been there in quite a few years. Price has gone up a lot. Like, whoa. Price has gone up. A lot of pictures. I would show some here or here if I had thought ahead. but I didn't, so I can't. Uh, got a lot of good pictures for the most part. Every once in a while, you get to your park where the animals are. Like if you don't know, excuse me, chemicals. Mm. Oh man, African Lion Safari in Ontario, Canada, city of town of Rockton, probably town. It's kind of small. Anyway, there it's a big open area that you drive through, and the big gimmick that they had when they opened up, I suppose that they still do, is that you're in the cage and the animals are roaming free. So it's like a safari, but you're not in Africa. So yeah, they had let's see what we saw. We saw lions. The baboons sadly were not out on display, which is too bad because they always come and sit on your car and stare in your window and look in the mirror. It's a really good photo opportunity. So of course they weren't there. Uh, we saw lions, two different types, regular and white. I didn't know there were, but there were obviously. Um, Rhinoceros, deer, elk, ostriches, kangaroos, and a lot of other animals that I will put in the video. I will make a video of that. I took a lot of stuff. Learned also that the DJI Osmo Pocket is not a workhorse camera. You know, like a GoPro would be, where you can use it all day, and if it's having trouble, you just plug it into an external power brick and it keeps going. The DJI Osmo Pocket, it's like a little stick camera for vlogging, but at the end is a gimbal system, so that, you know, however you're jogging around, the camera stays steady, which is nice. But as I said, it's also a really hot day, and it was hot in the car, so that might have had something to do with it. But it didn't have a lot of staying power. Maybe about 45 minutes or so before it conked out, and plugging it into the charge brick to have it charge back up would not run while it was charging. It was like, no, 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 charge me. And it would just turn back off. Really? So, good to know before we're on a trip to Japan, and that would be the only camera for a day. I also had my DSLR for taking the stills. I wasn't taking the stills with this little thing. I was just getting the overall moving, because obviously for YouTube, you want motion in your video rather than just a bunch of still images all the time. Chemicals. So yeah, that's what we did on the weekend. I like the cooling sensation of that powder. I don't like these cubes. They're not pleasant at all. Oh. So, So that's what I did on the weekend. And got the technical issues sorted. Apparently, one of the cables that was perfectly fine for going from the PS4 to the 4K TV and giving me HDR, all three of the cables would do that fine, but put a switch in the mix and it would start cutting out all the time. So I ordered a second switch from a different company. Same deal. 2 in, 1 out, which is what I needed to do to go from PS4 directly to TV, or PS4 to... Yes, it goes from 1 to 2, not 2 to 1. From PS4 out, either out to the TV or out to the VR unit and then back to the TV. PS4, yeah. Am I saying? I might... There's a lot of PS's and initials and stuff in there. Anyway, so I'm going to... What? Why have we stopped? We're having issues. We're not on Wi-Fi here. What? Okay, it's back. Anyway, I don't know what was going on there. But, so I have a spare switcher now, and I'm getting my desktop machine, because I'm generally running off the laptop, because the laptop that I have now is as fast as my desktop render beast. So I'm going to get that back going, and it'll be silent, and it'll be fast because I'm running off SSDs, and yeah. And apparently, Magix, who is the current owners and developers of Vegas, which is the editing software that I use, have fixed the problem that AMD processors would not render with Vegas. It was an intermittent problem, and then it got to just wouldn't render at all. So, which is why I had to switch over to an Intel machine. And Intel processors are more expensive than AMD processors, which is why I had an AMD 6-core, ridiculous speed with a bunch of RAM. Yeah, it was good for rendering. But when it stopped rendering, then it wasn't so much good anymore. I mean, I can still use it for After Effects, but I obviously do a lot more Vegas rendering than After Effects rendering, because I don't do a lot of effects work in the videos, like these type of videos. And a lot of stuff I do, I can just do in Vegas now. So, yeah, that was completely pointless aside. Just updating little stories, nothing important, unfortunately. What else? Anything? No, I don't think so. If there was something from last week, well, the people who were here last week watching aren't here now to remind me. So, I guess we're going to say that's it. Why can't I say the title of my own show? At DIY Roll, where there's only one rule: you drink what you roll. So, see you next week.